Hello friends, welcome back, and this is one of the most fantastic videos which is lined up. This is something which is going to be one of the most talking about themes over the next, at least I believe over the next 6 months to 1 year. And I've done some fantastic analysis over here for the Bank Nifty charts, and it's not just the price charts which we keep talking of, which we've seen breakouts happening on those price charts. But what I've done is done a ratio analysis on the Bank Nifty. This would give you a fair idea of the positioning of the banking index over the next 6 months to 1 year. This is not just from a short-term view. This is something which you can take out as a theme, as a sector theme, which could be lined up ahead for the next 6 months to 1 year at least, if not more. So this is something which is very interesting. Let's look at the points of analysis. What I've done is I've just looked at the ratio charts of Bank Nifty versus Nifty. Then from those historical reference points which I have marked, which I'll show in the next slide as well. I've calculated the historical returns of what has transpired from those reference points. Then I've looked at also from a shorter term angle, plotted the RSI, which again is a very important technical indicator, and tried to map how the short term charts are also indicating that whether we are at a cusp of a very important turnaround point on the Bank Nifty as well as on the price ratio for Bank Nifty versus Nifty. So this is the ratio for the Bank Nifty versus Nifty charts. As you can see, this is the last 15 years of data which I've culled out for the Bank Nifty versus Nifty ratio. And the chart clearly tells you that it's moving in a rising channel pattern. Now, this is not something which is, for the last 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. This is for the last 15 years of data, which tells us that the Bank Nifty and Nifty have been moving in this rising channel pattern. Look at the points, and especially the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or the 1, 2, 3, 4, which have been the historical points. And look at those points where the Bank Nifty has, and the ratio rather, has taken a very strong and an important support over here. So this is Bank Nifty versus Nifty ratio. And we've seen that from those points 1, 2, 3, 4, how the ratio has gone through a completely strong turnaround mode. It's acted as points where there's a change of trend, a reversal of an existing downtrend. And we've seen how the reversals have panned out. In many cases, the Bank Nifty has gone into a multi-year upside. Now, why this becomes very, very important. So what I've done is I've looked at the price, or reference points, and I've looked at the price analysis from the points 1, 2, 3, 4, and what has transpired in a matter of 3 months, 6 months, as well as 1 year from these reference points. So this becomes very interesting. So far, this is just the price pattern analysis on the Bank Nifty versus Nifty ratio, which tells you that Bank Nifty is at the point of an extremely strong support territory. And what we've seen in the last 1 week of 2000-point rally on the Bank Nifty could be just the starting point, the tipping point of what could be one of the biggest reversals you could probably see on the Bank Nifty. So let's look at the reference points over the last, points 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the points number 1. So the point number 1, which happened, the support for the Bank Nifty ratio was on 12 July 2006. The Bank Nifty was priced at 3,200 approximately. The 3-month return was almost 16%. 6-month return was 27%. 1-year return was as much as 41% from the Bank Nifty price levels. In July 2008, the Bank Nifty was at 3,900 approximately. The 3-month return was just meager 1%. 6 months, even though the Bank Nifty is showing with 6 months of a price performance of negative 22%, but it still outperformed the Nifty in the past 6 months. And in 1 year, the Bank Nifty was up 13%. Third point number 3, 9th March 2009. Again, look at the price performance and the returns over here: 79%, 87%, 98% in just a matter of 1 year. 3rd September 2013, which was the point number 4. And look at the relative price performance or the outperformance from that point of the Bank Nifty ratio hitting that strong support trend line. Now, if that's the case, then we believe that the point number 5, which is where the Bank Nifty ratio is currently perched at, it indicates that the ratio could go through a completely and a strong turnaround from here. Let's look at the short-term charts. Now, this ratio of Nifty Bank and Bank Nifty and Nifty would probably give you some sort of an indication whether there is a short-term bottom in place or not. But let's look at the short-term charts over here. So what I've done is I've just compressed the chart patterns and looked at the last few months of price pattern. So the upper grid is the ratio chart of Bank Nifty versus Nifty, and the lower grid is the RSI. So I've calculated the RSI over here. Now, as you can see on the very short term charts, look at the last few weeks of the price pattern. The Bank Nifty versus Nifty ratio is forming a double bottom pattern. So even though the Bank Nifty has formed a higher bottom on the price front, but in relation with Nifty, it's formed a classic double bottom pattern over here. Let's now look at the RSI indicator as a confirmation mode. Now, for the first time, as you can see over the last so many months, for the first time, the Bank Nifty versus Nifty ratio is now forming a higher bottom on the RSI. Now, once the RSI confirms a breakout, we can confirm that this is a signal of a bullish RSI divergence. So even the short-term charts indicate that this bottom which has been formed is a strong and an important bottom for the ratio. That's Bank Nifty versus Nifty. And which is why when you look at the two different time frames, one from a long term, the last 15 years, and one from the extreme short term parts, on both these time frames, it indicates that the ratio has just about started to take support over here and has just about started to go through a turnaround phase. Now, what does that leave us with? It leaves us with very important conclusion that we are not talking of just a short-term revival on the Bank Nifty. Looking at the historical reference points on the ratio, it indicates that the ratio is in for a strong turnaround. It could be a multi-month, a multi-quarter, and possibly even a multi-year turnaround, which could happen on the Bank Nifty versus Nifty. So for traders who are looking to or who are thinking that probably they must have missed the rally on the Bank Nifty, hey, the ratio indicates that this could be just the starting point of what could be lined ahead as a multi-month and a multi-quarter rally for the Bank Nifty, and which is why I believe that traders could look at these as a very important theme and a sector to watch out for. I hope you guys have liked the video and enjoyed my observation over here. This is something which I think is one of the most mind-blowing observations which has played out. I've done a very similar analysis on the small cap and the mid cap ratio as well in the month of April and May, and the ratio had panned out significantly well. From there on, we saw a complete revival in the small cap and mid cap, and I'll keep on coming out with such videos. Just ensure that if you like the video, then hit the like button, hit the share button, and of course don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell notification as well. So thank you so much guys once again for all your love. Thank you so much. I'll definitely come out with some very interesting themes and observations on the Bank Nifty as well as such kind of ratios going forward as well. Thank you so much.